Which door do I go through? Good thing she started singing. Alright, can we... Okay, I just heard a door open and close, and it wasn't the one I just came through. Somebody else is about... Maybe she left the kitchen. Okay, moving on.
It breaks my heart to see her this way.
This is the nightmare's doing.
We need to be careful. We're in her stronghold now.
Yep. Very careful. Extra cautious.
Try this on for size.
That's a cool bookcase. Ooh, I like that. Letter from the newsmith's mother, 15th of May, 1690. My darling girls, it's been a few weeks since I've heard from you. I hope that everything is going well. The old world has not changed. Old Everton died 2 days ago. A simple death, a peaceful one in his sleep. I don't know if you remember him, but you used to feed his chickens when you were children. You loved it. The funeral is in a few days, but I don't think there will be many people there, unfortunately. You know how lonely he was. On a happier note, your cousin is getting engaged soon with Mary. She's such a lovely girl. They may move to York because Mary wants to open her own store, and your cousin will certainly find more work in town. We would have loved to have you at his wedding. Perhaps you will come back soon? Send us some news. Your father is worried, and so am I. Your father and brother embrace you, your mother who loves you. So now we are in the newsmith house. All places we couldn't access before. That's why I'm being so meticulous about this. Thickskin's unsent letter. Kate, you know I'm not good with words, but I want to tell you something. And since I can't talk to you, maybe I can write it down. I can see that you have changed since the execution of Deborah Comenius. I can see that you are not well, and I won't ask you why because I know you won't tell me. But you have to pull yourself together. You have to be strong. Otherwise, you won't survive in this world. I know our relationship has changed, and I know I'm not the best at expressing feelings, but you're my little sister, and I care about you. I will do anything to keep you close to me. I want to help you, Kate, so let me do it. Oh, man. And now we saw how that all turned out. With Thickskin living by herself in the woods, leaving Kate to run the hunter's camp by herself. Letter from the newsmith's father, 19th of January, 1690. My dear Catherine, we had to sell 3 goats last month. The winter was hard on our crops. We had few crops and didn't have enough money to buy food for the whole winter. Your mother is sad. You know how much she cared about her goats. After all, we had them for 10 years. We saw them being born. But they were starting to get aggressive with each other. Also, they were giving us less and less milk. I guess the man who bought them from us will slaughter them. I haven't told your mother, but I'm going to see about buying a goat this summer, if we can afford it. Maybe that will cheer her up. On a completely different subject, your cousin met a young woman, Mary. She's a seamstress and has moved in with her aunt, old Wobley, to keep her company and help her in her old age. She's charming. They fit well together. We hope for an engagement soon. This is where I wonder when we will receive a wedding invitation from you. We know that your sister will probably never get married. She told us so many times. But you have all the qualities to be a good wife. Is there no young man in the new world who appeals to you? You should think about it. You're not young anymore, and we're getting older by the day. Your father who loves you. Wow. Sorry, Pop. Kate was not interested in gentlemen. Letter from the new Smith's father again. 8th of September, 1688. My dear Catherine, I'm glad to know your sister is teaching you to shoot. I know she can be a little tough sometimes, but give her a chance. You know, she has a thick skin, and I doubt that will change. Your sister changed drastically when your mom got sick. She suffered a lot during all those years, you know. You don't remember it because you were still a child, and we want to protect you. But your sister, despite her young age, took a lot on herself to take care of you and the farm while I took care of your mother. I knew she wanted to go to school, and why not get an education? But I asked her to stay and help me, and I still feel bad about it. She didn't have the choice to do what she wanted to do with her life. So do it for me, will you? Our relationship has always been complicated. I would like it to be the other way around for you. I'd like you to get along with your sister. She never talks about it, but she has suffered a lot. Maybe one day you will be able to break through her shell. Yeah, none of that happened, sadly. Oh, a welcoming committee.
Away with you!
Ooh, stocks. Boy. So were all these houses accessible at the very beginning and I just missed them all? Or have they all been unlocked now because everyone fled? New Eden just left all their doors open. Probably the latter, I'm hoping. Letter from Dr. Mindlaw, Boston, on this 13th day of February in the year 1689. To whom it may concern. My name being Alton Mindlaw and a doctor here in Boston, I write this letter that you may accord the bearer one Miss Anne Wings, all consideration for useful employment within your company. Although a single woman and plain, Miss Wings... plain? Jeez. Miss Wings has many fine attributes, mostly pertaining to the provision of care to the sick and wounded. She may be of use to your train band, or as a port of first call should your town lands lack as yet a doctor. She speaks only when required, and then does so gently, but she is sharp and clever, and knows her way around remedies and salves, can cook and clean, and has a strong stomach to boot. Yours respectfully and sincerely, Dr. Alton Mindlaw, Boston. So is this Anne's house, then? She's also dead now. Everybody's dead. Letter from Irwin, 14th of April, 1682. Dearest Mistress Wings. Anne, how pleasant it was to hear from you. You'll be glad to hear, I hope, that the carpenter has turned me a wooden leg, and a fine peg it is, too. I shall be up and dancing like the cack-footed cockerel before I know it. Perhaps some day we shall dance together, as we talked about. Perhaps, and I hope this be not too forward, we might even marry. Although I be of an age and tall, I am a foot shorter than most women would like. And I know it. But though young you are wise, and a kind and gentle soul with such a good heart, that you did not look on me with disgust, nor with pity, and that has stirred a warming in my heart. Come back to me, Anne, and be my wife. The pastor has helped me write this letter. Yours in respectful solicitude, Irwin. Well, That didn't happen either. Like literally nothing good has happened to any of these people. Anne Wing's old journal, 26th of January, 1685, argued with Taunton over Hippocrates' theory. Hippocrates. Yeah, theory of humors. The good surgeon in Common Visitation did not appreciate my contradicting him, but he is wrong. The treatment of the sick and wounded cannot be founded on classical principles evermore, not without challenge. Much good work is done in England and in Europe, too, with Fatio and Fabry and Marie Collinet and others, but there are useful notions elsewhere, Araby in particular. Taunton sees himself as a learned Christian Englishman, but cross-sits over his eyes and ears. He cannot see the way ahead, and he will not hear the truth if it does not come from other learned Christian Englishmen. Well, unfortunately, that type of thing hasn't changed. Getting closer, but we still got a long way to go, it seems. There's the inn, but that is blocked up. Curfew. I don't remember if I read all these. Path to the Meetinghouse is closed by the governor's decree. Cemetery is closed. Did I just come out of here? I'm all turned around now. Is this Anne's house? Yes. Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm getting all twisted. It's blocked. Whose abode is this? Captain Pennington, unsent letter, March 3rd, 1688. Brother, I have little time to write and less inclination, but should I have the courage to post this letter, I believe it would please you to hear my news. You are likely unaware of my newest commission. I now captain in the train band of the resettled colony of New Eden. It made a pleasant change and allowed me, or so I thought, time to devote to Grace, your niece. Alas, my daughter no longer lives at home. Bent as I was on my new responsibilities to the town train band, I allowed her the freedom to find her place here, and for some months all went well. The girl was growing into a young woman, modest and good. Some of the finer young men expressed an interest in taking her as a wife. Then, more recently, I noticed a note of resentment creep into her comportment. Her witty remarks, hitherto light and gentle, became barbed. Neighbors took offense. And soon, so too, I admit, did I. But my admonishments had no effect, dear brother. If anything, she worsened. And then, and I can barely bring myself to write it, I learned why. I discovered her writing. Drawings she had drawn, strange dolls she had constructed. Ashamed as I am to put the words on the page, I must. My dear brother, your niece gave herself to the devil. And when I, outraged, calmly demanded explanation, she smirked. She laughed. I could hear the evil one in her soul and see him glint in her eye. I chased her from the house. I forbade her ever to return. And yet I was weak. I should have arrested her. I should have denounced her to the court. But she is, even yet, my daughter. I pray that the next time I suspect such ungodly practice, I shall not be so lenient. Please, should Grace come to visit, be warned that she is a witch. Keep your beautiful family safe and send my daughter from your door in all haste. Or smite her if you deign it needed. She is no more my daughter. She is no more a Pennington. I shall not see her again, lest she bring the devil and his shame into my house. I advise you to follow my example and do the same. Your brother Saul. Witchcraft in New Eden by S. Pennington, 24th of May, 1688, about Deborah Comenius. Ever since we arrest her, the witch has been crying out her innocence and begging us to set her free. She says it's a mistake. Witches are like that, lie makers. They're ready to do anything in order to deceive you and to please their dark lord. I set out to search her house. I found many books on many subjects, but also notes on the history of the area. I still don't know why she did this. It looks like a study. Maybe she was planning to bring her sisters to take over New Eden? I think we have escaped the worst of it, but I still need to do more research. The study books I found look like ordinary books, but I'm sure they are coded, that they hide secrets. I'll find out. And finally, it will be over with these stories of witchcraft in New Eden. Yeah, how'd that work out, Saul? How exactly did that go for you? The Ghost of War. For civilians, never-ending wars or long-lasting battles are just fancy words or concepts for history books and stories. But for any soldier or officer, it is a grim reality in which resonates with pain and fear beyond exhaustion. Contrary to what most people believe, most battles are short and deadly. Troops meet, people die, victory is declared. To stand on a battlefield is exhausting for the body, the mind, and the nerves. I have never personally spent more than a few minutes, an hour at most, in a combat situation, and I cannot thank God enough to have survived without any major injuries. But then, why do I so frequently dream of such never-ending battles? Is it a way for my brain to let my deepest fears go at night, like some steam from a kettle? If only. For these dreams are awful and terrible, and I see myself standing forever on a rotten battlefield, unable to remember why I fight, or who I fight, only animated by the burning desire to keep on killing. And I stand there, drenched in blood, desiccated, and grinning like the horsemen of the apocalypse, forgetting the reason why I ever started fighting, and forgetting about the idea of resting. And when I wake up, I fear to touch my face, and feel under my fingers the barren mask of death and flesh that I am when I sleep. For these dreams are like another reality whispered by my brain, and a dark depiction of my true self to come. Woohoo! Saul Pennington was a troubled man. Reasonably so, considering he was... I mean, Ward really F's you up. Okay, I hope we can find Deborah's house. What is this? Oh? Looking sneaky sneaky under here? What?
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
What shall I say to you? I give you your assent.
I don't know.
All ghosts linger for a reason.
Is this the schoolhouse? Yup.
This is an odd kind of homecoming.
Do I need to rest? I don't know. How am I doing health-wise? Antea could use a little help. So if I switch to her and go glug glug, and let's get another one. There we go. All right, let's rest.
'Tis strange to be back.
It's strange to sleep near the place where you died.
Still, rest you should. You'll need it.
Oh.
I don't know that I can.
Come on. Spit it out.
Man, I kind of want to say both of these.
Why did you come back? Ghosts linger for a reason. What was yours?
I do not know.
Come on.
Really?
All right. If you say so.
I told you to be careful. That night in this room, I told you to be careful. I worried you'd act rashly and told you not to. You got up and walked straight into her trap.
I thought you'd gone to the meeting house without me.
I died to save you.
Oh.
You stay out of anger.
Yes, I stayed because I was angry. Angry with you.
I think I've known that for a while now.
The anger lingers. Part of me resents you yet. For my pain and my fear. For my suffering. For my dying. I resent you.
Antea, I'm truly sorry.
I know you are. You've done your best to put things right. But I did die. And in a few short hours, you will have to let me go.
Damn, that's heartbreaking. For that truth to come out.
It is time.
What if I fail once more? One wrong choice will exact a heavy price.
Whatever happens, we will face it. Till death do us part.
Yeah, dude. If you die, you die. It's the end of the road there. Unless you manage to hang around. What is this? This little area back here. More secrets. This is Deborah's house. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, is this the path to the... Oh, no, it's just another way around, I guess. Uh-oh.
Watch out!
Oh,
Spectre
wow, that was a
possession.
terrible shot. Doggone it.
Don't let that spectre get to the corpse.
No, we did it. Doggone it.
You're within gun
crud.
range, Ray.
Oh boy. Wow, okay. That's not the one you're gonna... should use him, not using up all of Antea's
It's angry now.
spirit points. Oh boy. Crud. Crud. Oh, whiff. Gee whiz. One there.
The heart's yours. The roots are mine.
She won't let us in so easily.
A few roots will not stop us.
Yeah, this is the route. And I'm kind of worried that I'm missing something. What's the last one? I forgot. Doggone it. Down. Over here. Oh. Really? Let go. Okay. I'm gonna hit this last one. This one in the back last. Or first. Jeez. Words, damn words.
No roots. Just how I like it.
New Eden suffers. We suffer. My friends, I have disturbing news. Among us walks a witch. Is that not so, Deborah Comenius? Lock her up.
No! No! 'Tis not true! I am no witch!
So that's how it all began.
Aye. With ordinary evil from the hearts of fearful men.
Oh! Bookworm, collect all collectibles. Alright, the last settlement of New Eden, 1687 and counting. The third settlement of New Eden town started during the spring of 1687, less than a year ago. Most of them came from Yorkshire. They were looking for a peaceful place to live their simple and pious life without being harassed. Fairfax Haskell was among the leaders. Protected by a small train band led by Captain Pennington, they reached the abandoned colony of New Eden town and started the third settlement attempt. Quickly enough, they hired people to fulfill the most needed positions. This is how I became the local schoolmistress during the summer of the same year. This is Deborah's writing. In the meantime, Lieutenant Sebastian Priest led the train band to the mountains to inspect Fort Jericho and see if it could be militarily used again. Soon enough, the mine was reopened. I made good friends like Catherine and Jane, and for a time, life was good and rich, full of the most exquisite promises. But now, as I write these lines, we are in the coldest winter ever, and a deadly epidemic seems to have struck the miners. Fairfax Haskell, who is now the appointed governor, Been informed by Captain Pennington of the worrying situation in the vicinity of Fort Jericho. Coming from the Mire Marshes, but quickly spreading, this epidemic is very similar to smallpox. Fever, vomiting, pimple, and weight loss. People are worried. People are worried sick the disease may reach town. Harsh words have been pronounced. Words of fear and suspicion. Dearth is upon us all. I pray for the brighter days of spring to deliver us as soon as possible, for I love my life in here, and I would hate to see this promise of a beautiful life fade away, or worse, be abruptly separated from my dear friend Catherine. Deborah Comenius, schoolteacher of New Eden, February 1688. She's got a baby crib. Did she have a child? Grace's personal notes. What is a witch? A witch is a guardian and observer of the interactions between the invisible and the incarnate. She is an expert in herbs and ointments, and specializes in regulating the interactions between the living and the dead. A demonologist exerts control. A witch enchants. A witch can sacrifice a living being or a plant to extract its essence for use in rituals to enchant objects or places, as well as in brewing of potions. But remember, sacrifice is only required when it's useful. It's far from trivial act. Demonologists make sacrifices for practice. They do it because they have the power to do it and need no better reason. A witch must avoid revealing herself to the world. She is perceived as a harmful individual. Her life may be in danger. Men from one church or the other will happily kill a witch if it serves them, and a demonologist serves his church. Governor Haskell is a demonologist and teaches accordingly. Lammy drinks his father's thinking like it were honeydew and cleaves to the desire for control. I don't want control, and I do not want to be controlled. I desire strength that I may resist a hostile world. I wish to be free and to claim my freedom by my strength. Circle of Protection ritual. Ooh, can I use this? If he is content with theory, a demonologist will generally have a much better image than one who actually practices rituals forbidden by faith. The rituals are similar to those used by witches and banishers. If a demonologist wants to practice, it is in his interest to protect himself against evil spirits by means of pentacles and circles of protection, or even totems. How to make a circle of protection? Define the perimeter by drawing a large circle with flour. Never cross the circle once the ritual has begun. Draw the circle with your finger in the flour clockwise. Go around the circle 3 times, starting and ending at the north. Then invoke the 4 cardinal points of the elements and the elements attached to them by lighting incense. Begin by addressing the east and end by addressing the north, clockwise. When facing south, light a white candle. When you are facing west, sprinkle that direction with water droplets. Finish facing north by throwing a small pinch of salt. With this, you should be protected from the dark forces. But it's always better to have some talismans to protect yourself. Lammy's Journal, 14th of December, 1687. Today I spoke with the captain's daughter, Grace. How clever she is. And she's interested in magic, too. I loaned her one of my father's books, though I know he would be furious to learn of it. 21st of December, 1687. I spent the day studying magic with Grace. I enjoy spending time with her, as much for the differences in our perspectives as in their similarities. For while I am interested in magic because of the power it represents, for Grace it means freedom. That's stupid. Magic doesn't make you free. It's an important and powerful art that should not be underestimated. It can be very strong and very dark. 11th of February, 1688. I've not seen Grace in several days, and no one knows where she is. I think it's strange. I hope she's not dead. No, that's stupid. We'd know all about it, and her father would be in mourning. I mean, I hope. 23rd of February, 1688. I think I made a mistake. I took advantage of the captain's absence to break into his house and went to Grace's room. All her things were gone. I found her notebook, well hidden, and I took it with me. When she comes back, I'll return it. In the meantime, I shall study it. Though I suspect that of my father's studies, she understood nothing. Oh, Lammy, you little stalker. Death certificate on the 17th day of June, 1676. Herewith noted the death in childbirth of Rebecca Haskell at the age of 24 years. May God have mercy upon her soul. Death duly registered at the General Court of the Colony of Massachusetts Bay. 24. Letter draft. Some words are scratched out on paper. My dear Charles, further to our discussions at court last night and your impassioned plea, I have persuaded my fellow selectmen to approve your request. You may write to summon your banisher friends to New Eden, that they may help us lift the curse. Please note that this is not an invitation for them to join our company, as once the curse is lifted, our children will return, and we must foster an ambience most moral and faithful. We shall pay the banishers for their services, and then they shall leave. I am conscious, painfully so, that we are using a hammer to fix a clock, but I admit we have little choice. The minutiae of our combined skills, yours and mine, have, for now, failed us. Though I have several misgivings about the violence and uneducation of your friends, I shall take you at your word. Some times are desperate, and we must fight fire with fire, else all shall burn. I hereby approve the expenditure from the company purse. May his light shine upon you, Charles, and all of us. Yours sincerely, Governor F. Haskell. Grace's herbarium. White baneberry. White fruit resembles small eyeballs. Oh, that's toxic to most living things except birds. Good poison. Horsefly weed, less than 3 feet tall. Yellow flowers, fruits in pods. Roots and stems seem to soothe infections, fevers, and aches. Chaga, parasitic fungus of birch trees, 6 to 15 inches in height and width. Rough outer layer, almost black. Yellow-red interior. Can be used as an infusion or ointment to treat intestinal pain, fatigue, skin diseases, inflammation, joint pain. Man, I could use some of that right now. Wolf's bane, 15 to 40 inches. 15 to 40 inches yards tall? What? I don't think the word yards is supposed to be there. Dark green leaves, 5 purple petals. Extremely toxic plant, quick acting, inducing vomiting, suffocation, and death. Oh, and looky here. Look at here at all the herbs. All right, out we go. Okay. I guess it's time to go. before I cross the final threshold, I need to take a lunch break. Because I am...
Deborah Comenius.
Uh-oh.
This court finds you guilty of the devil's work.
Might be too late.
Guided by God's mercy, I pass sentence on the witch. Pain forte Dieu. Confess and name your accomplices, or die for your sins.
I have nothing to confess.
How could they have let this happen?
Not a soul stood or spoke for her. There's no justice here. It's a travesty.
Got this place buttoned up real nice. I'm guessing we're gonna climb up that. No. We do have to get rid of the weeds first. Oh, there we go. There's the heart. Got, oh, there's gonna be one here. What is this? Okay, that one, and that one, and it looks like this is that one. So it's just the two.
Confess, witch.
Years of practice.
None stand for you. Your coven has betrayed you. Name them, and you shall live.
I am no witch. You know this. All of you. Do not turn away from me. You must release me. You must. Will no one speak for me? Anyone? Please. Help me. Help me!
I feel her distress, her rising terror, her dark despair.
She's suffered enough. And so have we. Well.
Get a little glimpse of what we're about to deal with in there. Not really. Just came to talk. Oh dear. Is this gonna collapse under me?
Here, my body, my flesh displayed like a trophy.
More like bait.
That's definitely bait. Uh-huh. Man. Alright, well. Jeez. Here we go. Remarkably well preserved, considering it's probably been weeks.
So, the circle is complete. Do you return to the beginning? Or is it the beginning of your return?
Impressive.
A paradox. How clever. How it pleases you to play with time.
I do not play.
Deborah, we know what happened to you. We know what they did to you.
What they did. What they do. I shatter yet.
We're not here to hurt you. You have my body and I want it back. That's all. Help us. Because we can help you.
No, you cannot.
Doesn't have to be like this.
I won't spare you this time. I cannot be hurt. Stop trying.
Ooh, that's a big spectral sword. Uh-oh. Fred. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, wow, you just backhanded me. That wasn't very nice. Ooh. Ooh, that worked.
There is no escape!
Oh my gosh. She's got great range. And she's finished. So that did
You
nothing.
are just like them! You're still weak!
What? Alright, this is where it all went wrong last time. In the beginning of the game. Let's see if this does anything.
There is no escape!
Whoops. I thought she teleported. Oh, wow. How much was I?
Call on me.
I'll crush you! You are
She did it
just
again.
like them!
What? She hit me from there. Nice.
You will atone! You will pay!
Ooh, I have a banish ready. Uh-oh. Double banish. Is that it, or is there like a second form?
Enough.
Oh.
You are me. Yet you oppose me. They murdered us.
Oh god.
Make them pay.
No. They do not deserve our rage, not these two.
All deserve our wrath. They crushed the breath from us. You know this. You asked for this.
Not anymore.
Oh, that's where ANTEA, that was the exact position she was in at the very beginning of the game.
It's over. You have been heard. The truth is out.
No! Come back! Feed upon the pain, the treachery, the outrage!
No more. It hurts.
Behold my wrath!
Oh, I knew it.
They locked us up! Remember the point of the chains!
Oh no. Whoa. Wow. Oh, you're gonna have to.
They will subdue you once more!
Ooh, the chains from the. Oh, the puppeteer. Wow, that's not fair. Oh, crud. Oh, boy. I'm gonna need to get some spirit points if I'm gonna be able to...
Flung into a cage!
Oh, no. Can I parry her? Yes. Okay, good.
They locked us up!
They seek a monster. Don't give it to them.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's all the...
No one stood for us!
Oh boy.
They started it!
No, 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 no. Get out of there. Oh god. Oh boy.
They tortured us! Killed us!
I just want to leave.
Man. No. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. That's rough.
You...
Come on.
I can barely feel a thing!
I don't...
Oh, it's fair this time!
Oh.
You will pay! You are just like them!
How did that hit?
There is no escape!
I would love to know. Oh boy. Oh.
I can barely feel a thing! You are just like them! Into a cage!
Oh. Oh my gosh. I just keep twitching. Very frustrating. Oh my gosh. Jesus. These like double attacks that she's doing her.
They will subdue you once more! They locked us up!
Banishers, I won't last long.
What? Oh my god. Come on. Oh, that was a waste. No, it wasn't.
They seek a monster. Don't give it to them.
No one stood for us! They tortured us, killed us! They started it!
There she go.
They used us!
How did that miss? Oh my goodness. This is crazy.
They turned their back on us!
Yes, they did. I don't need this.
Oh no! She's gonna be throwing those at me now?
Called me!
What am I stuck on? I can't move. Oh man.
You are me.
Don't resist your true self!
Oh,
I don't need this.
oh my god.
Your rage!
Drink, what are you
called
doing?
me.
He only does that. It should not take. I shouldn't have to hit the drink button 3 times before he'll actually take the drink. Where'd she go?
Remember the agony! The terror!
I think we got it. Oh no, she moved! Hit it! Oh! Jesus. Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
they win. All of them.
Enough pain now.
There must be a reckoning.
The pain may end right now. The reckoning is here.
Spare me your compassion, for it comes far too late.
Who are you?
I am Retribution.
A word. An idea. But who are you?
I am her fury.
No longer.
I am their nightmare!
You were.
You believe you've won? It will not be so easy. For I will end your dreams.
Jeez.
Is that an end to it?
Yes.
God, I hope so.
If you want it to be.
Are you sure? In your hand you weigh my death. The last stone laid upon my broken body.
I'm so very sorry.
Will you leave? Are you ready?
I have lingered so very long. Where now will I go?
I don't know. A better place, I believe. A quiet place.
Quiet is good.
Deborah Comenius, mere words can ill describe your suffering. And if they could, I'd not utter them now. Enough wrong has been done you. Your tale is told. And we thank you for it. You are hurt. And free to go.
Hey, I'm right here.
Not really.
Aye, you are.
The time has come, and I must go.
That was the promise I made.
We've done good work here. We've made my death count for something.
Someday, we'll meet again.
Take all the time in the world. I love you, Rory McGrath.
These years I've spent by your side have made me a better man. You've taught me to survive. You've taught me to live. Thank you. From my heart of hearts, thank you. Farewell, my love.
Death for the dead.
Life for the living.
If grief is an odyssey through hell, then what appears to be the end is often just a beginning. New Eden never recovered. For years, neither did Red. But in time, the pain of Antea's loss faded, and only the bittersweet beauty of their love lived on in his memory. Who knows? Perhaps, years from now, a legendary Scotsman, his hair grey, shall sit with his children and many apprentices and tell them a story. The tale of his beloved Antea. Of how she lived, and how she died, and how together, in New Eden, they lifted a curse and defeated a nightmare.
Wow. That was something else. That was quite an achievement in storytelling. Seriously, all of the haunting cases were so interesting. Even the ones where the closure event I didn't have to struggle with a moral choice. It seemed like an easy choice, at least for me. Even those were interesting, but the ones where you have to really consider morality and consequence, those were so well done. I mean, it made me want to play every single one of those hauntings. And even to do the activity afterward, just to wrap up things for the civilian that was involved. And some of them, some of them were still, they were guilty of something very bad, but just the fact you had to make a choice. And I'm curious how things change if you make a different choice. And I would love to see how the end there changes if you decide to resurrect Antea. I don't think I'm going to play through the entire game again just for that. I'll probably just look it up on YouTube, find somebody else who did a playthrough with the resurrection option. I was looking at the list of achievements for the game, and of the last achievement there that popped, 10%, well, it wasn't 10% of players who finished the game, but it was 10% earned the achievement to ascend her, and 5% earned the achievement to resurrect her. So twice as many people are going with the ascend option. I think that's an interesting sociological metric. The gameplay was fun. I enjoyed the combat. I thought once I started to understand it and stopped button mashing quite so much, even there at the end though with that nightmare fight, I was still button mashing a lot because I was starting to panic, because I was just, I don't know, it felt like, well, and it was probably because I was mashing buttons. It was, I was gonna say, I felt like it wasn't responsive enough. Like I would do a dodge and they wouldn't dodge, or they would dodge but not far enough out of the way, so they would get hit anyway. And so then I started like double dodging, and that's just, you know, once you start doing that, queuing up button presses, nothing good happens. So you have to keep your head, and I certainly did not in many respects. But so what is this scroll forward? Is it just like fast forward? Oh yeah, okay. I mean, no disrespect to those folks, but you gotta show the production babies though, right? Alright, so here's all the executives from Focus. Here we go, music. Trevor Morris. Okay. I was kind of expecting Olivier Derivier? Derivier? I still don't know how to pronounce that man's name, but I enjoy his scores. But Trevor Morris, that was a really good score. Suitably spooky and atmospheric. It was good sound. It was a good sound to partner with your gameplay. Okay, so here we go. Red, Russ McBain. Antea was Amaka Okafor? Wow. I'll have to look up how to pronounce her name too, because I'm pretty sure I didn't get it right just now. And you see a lot of these people had to play multiple roles. Or got to? I don't know. All right, I'm going to fast forward to the end here. Do we even need to? Because now we're getting into foreign language stuff, which this was the English version of the game, so I don't need to see any of that. I mean, why don't I just hit continue, right? There we go. Well, this was the longest game I have ever played. The previous winner was Days Gone, and I think that one was 83 episodes. This one will be 90 or 91, I think, by the time it's done. So I didn't expect it to be this long, certainly not. Especially from the team that made Vampire, and that one I think was less than 40 episodes? I don't even know. But anyway, if you sat through to the end of this, and especially if you were one of the people who has watched every episode, thank you very much for watching and for clicking the thumbs ups and for making comments. Really appreciate you spending part of your time with me. And as we watch Red, now we just have to assume that this is Red now. He just lives in the woods by himself, kind of alone and lonely. And if you look at the outline of the cave, it's ANTEA. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next series. Have a great day.
No games.